Hello, everybody. My name is Ernie Gonzalez, San Jose State football beat writer with The Spear.
I'm Jose Trujillo, staff writer with The Spear.
And we are here outside Levi Stadium. Yes, that's Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, the beautiful Santa Clara. Getting ready for week 7 already. San Jose State football takes on Army West Point tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. here, again, inside Levi Stadium. Jose, what is this San Jose State team feeling right now? Obviously in need for a win, but what does playing in Levi do for this team?
I think it's going to give them an added bit of momentum and a bit of energy that maybe they wouldn't get quite at SFU Stadium. They could probably expect a few more fans because Levi Stadium is a lot more well known. It is a bigger facility, so I do expect there to be a little ramped up energy. ESPN News will be covering, so that should give some added boost of energy to them. And I think you will see that from the Spartans. They should come out and be able to show it on the field. But that's just saying it. They got to come out here and actually do it, Ernie. So hopefully that lure of playing here at Levi Stadium trickles down and lends its way into the field.
Yeah, definitely, Jose. Let's talk a little bit about Army West Point. What type of definitely the RPO is huge on that team. Just describe, one, what do you think San Jose State will do to stop it, and if there's even a way to stop the way Army's playing right now?
Well, I think one way to try to stop it, maybe one way San Jose State will try to stop it, is maybe bring down that safety, Leonard, Webb, whoever it may be, they bring down and play that 8th man in the box, because they're going to come out here with their flex bone offense. That's going to be a lot of veer runs, a lot of options. They're going to be run heavy. So San Jose State is going to have to be prepared for that. They're going to have to load up the box and stuff the run, win the battle at the line of scrimmage, and make it hard for the Army offense to get rolling. And one way to do that is to get them in long situations, get them in 3rd and 8, get them in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, because then you make Jeff Monken kind of question, we got 7 yards to get. Can we get them on the run? Yeah. They've been kind of stopping us all game, or maybe so, and then you make them throw it. So I think that's one way you can try to limit that offense, but it's going to be a challenge, man. That offense, 40 minutes, they possess about 40 minutes a game, Ernie. That's number 1 in the nation. That means on average San Jose State's only going to get the ball for 20 minutes. So that means they're going to have to get those 3 and outs, like I said, and put them in 3rd and long situations. And I think that's one way that San Jose State's going to have to stop them, and by bringing that safety down to the box.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of sleepless nights for Derek Odom, defensive coordinator for these Spartans, for sure. One thing about San Jose State, that their defense, they don't play a lot of man, but they're going to have to play a lot of man against us. Again, Jose, you mentioned they're going to need Army to pass, and Army does not pass a lot. They average 110 yards through the air a game, was at 308 through the ground. Obviously, Kelvin Hopkins Jr. there, the junior for West Army. He's expected to have another big game. I think ESPN News is giving Army an 88% chance at a win. So, I mean, that 12% chance that San Jose State has, Jose, what needs to happen? Besides stopping Army on defense, obviously, what needs to happen on offense?
On offense, since more than likely San Jose State's going to be limited to 6, 7 possessions. They played Oklahoma. Oklahoma only ran 40 plays against them, Ernie. That's you give that's 5 plays for 5 possessions for 8 plays, or 8. You're very limited. That's what I'm trying to say. You're very limited, and so San Jose State's gonna have to really take advantage of the time that they do have the ball. They're gonna have to hit Army with those big plays that we know San Jose State can hit. We know they can. If the O-line does give Josh Love enough time to pass and let those routes develop and let the receivers get past the DBs, they can hit the long, deep balls, and they're going to have to do that. They're going to have to take advantage of the 4 or 5 plays that they may get to score. So that's one thing they're going to have to do on offense. And secondly, Ernie, they're going to have to get the run game going. This is a team that's averaging about 53 rush yards a game, which is going to put them dead, if not second to dead last in the Division I football. That's not good. That's not going to win any games. You got to establish some sort of run game. Even if you can at least get 100 rushing yards, you You got Packer, you got Nevins back, you got your running back. So let's get the running game going. I know they're just coming back from injury, so maybe Brandon doesn't want to really just throw them out there fully. But I believe they should get a much more heavy workload and try to establish a run game, and that also creates a bigger time of possession and less time of possession for the Army offense.
What are you predicting out of Josh Love?
Josh Love, I think he's gonna have to have a better game than he had against Colorado State. He threw 3 touchdowns, yeah, but he also had 2 picks. That's not gonna do it. Especially against a team that, like we said, is gonna control the ball. Every possession is valuable. So Josh Love, I expect him to have about 250 passing yards, 2 TDs, and he probably will throw 1 interception. That's my prediction. I still think that maybe he's still trying to get rolling with his other receivers. He showed it last week that he does have some connection with Hartley. He got with them deep.
Yeah.
But I still think it's going to be a little work in progress, and especially if they can't get that run game going, it's just going to make it easier for the defense to read pass, and that just makes Josh Love's chances of being successful even harder.
Yeah. You mentioned Trey Hardy. Actually, I'll start on Josh Love. Obviously he's a tough kid. We've seen all the blows he took. Even Brennan said after the game against Colorado State, the dude is tough. We love him for that. But he even got mad at the question basically like, hey, we got to protect Josh Love. That's the point of the O-line. There's a lot of good young guys right there. Colorado State, very physical team, very tall team, big team, got a lot of weight on them. And, maybe that kind of factored in. But Josh Love needs to be protected. That's the biggest thing. And I think Josh Love can have time. He's not going to scramble out, but he will when he needs to. He will find the right receiver, whether that's Trey Walker, who's had a big contribution the last 2 weeks. Trey Hardy, another Trey, the 2 Treys basically.
Yeah.
Of course, Josh Oliver, who's been there. He didn't have a blowout game against Colorado State, but he was there when he needed to. He needs to be here tomorrow here in Levi Stadium against Army. Predictions. Let's move on to predictions. San Jose State against Army. Go ahead, Jose.
My prediction, I'm going to go ahead and say Army Black Knights will come in here and score 35 points. Spartans 27. I think that at the end of the day, that flex mode offense is going to be it's going to be too much for San Jose State to cope with. And Kelvin Hopkins, I expect him to have a big game for Army. I expect over 100 passing yards and 150 rushing yards for the quarterback. I think to the Spartans, I think Josh Oliver I think he'll continue his big season. I think he'll have a rebound game against Colorado State. He was getting double teamed, which allowed a lot of the receivers to get open because he had so many eyes on him. I believe this game he'll find a way to break through. I believe the defense, I think they're gonna have a long game to them, man. It's not saying much. If they can hold Army to around 220 rushing yards, I believe that's a victory in itself. And if they can do that, the score can be maybe a little bit closer. Maybe they could pull off a victory, but I don't expect that to happen, Ernie. I expect, like I said, 34-27 Army.
I think, for Army, something I was telling Jose, it's like, why aren't they ranked? In my opinion, they should be ranked. Obviously, they had the loss to Duke, a ranked team at the time. Obviously, they lost to number 5 Oklahoma. But the way they're playing, the offense, the numbers that they're putting up, it's just crazy. It's staggering, and I think that will continue tomorrow. Army West Point's going to have a field day, in my opinion, when it comes to yardage. I just don't see a 100-yard game on the ground for Army, who's literally lives on the ground. They literally decline to throw the ball. So, I think on the ground is where San Jose State is weak, or at least was weak. But I think this game right here is just too much. They're too agile. San Jose State's going to have a hard time tackling. Very, very talented group of Army team. So, very athletic. So I'm predicting about a 34-17 type of game, maybe 42-17. Army's gonna walk away with it. So, any last thoughts, Jose, before we
if San Jose State, maybe if they can't get a win, can they at least pull off a full game, Ernie?
Yeah.
It's been, you either have a big quarter or you have a big half, or you're down 24-0 at halftime. Can San Jose State put a game together from the from the start of the whistle to the last whistle of the game. Can they do that? And that's what I'm hoping to see out of them, and see if Brendan can do that.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. That's going to do it for us. We'll catch us next week for another Spear Hot Take. Appreciate it.